Konnichiwa YouTube. This is Beatmania777, and today I have a deck profile for you. And it's a really fun deck that I enjoy playing. I played it in my regionals yesterday, and I got top 8 with it. So I know a lot of you like this deck too. So here's my deck profile for Mist Valley Genex. Alright. So starting off, we got the 3 Birdman. This is your main tuner, and I'm gonna see if I can zoom in here real quick. Okay, so we got 3 Birdman, and this is your main tuner for synchroing. Disgusting plays with this, especially with the field card. Definitely need 3, and I want to play like 4 or 5. So that shows you how good he is. Next, we're gonna go on to 2 Genex fan or Blast Fan. Genex Blast Fan, yeah. And this guy is insanely, what's the word, synergy. He's got so much synergy with this deck, it is ridiculous. What you do is you'll bounce a wind, and you'll pull him out of the deck because of the field spell, and you'll get another Birdman to set up your next play. And since you bounced a wind, you'll have a win. I'll cover that play, if you're unfamiliar with it, next. At the end of the video, actually. So Blast Fan, you only run 2 because he only has 3 targets. So yeah, and drawing him does tend to suck. But he is active with Call on it, so it's great. He's great in this deck too. Another key part of the deck. Zephyros, pretty self-explanatory. Set him turn 1 and then summon a wind and then bounce a wind, and you get a Blast Fan or whatever, and just nasty plays. 2 Neutron is this dude's name. I'm thinking about dropping this guy down to 1, just because you have the Blast Fans to search for Birdman. He's just kind of good for turn 1, so I might drop the 1, but right now he's at 2. That's definitely subject to change. This is another subject to change card. 2 what is this dude called? Soldier, Mist Valley Soldier. He's a great level 4 tuner with decent stat and a great effect. He can bounce your Spirit Reaper just in case it's giving you trouble, or even bounce a Zen. What's that thing? The Zen mains that just doesn't die. So this one's definitely going down to 1 eventually. So subject to change. And next, 3 Falcon. And Falcon he's kind of like the alias of the deck, where he's this dumb beatstick, and he's just kind of sometimes useless, but he's really good bounce fodder. You bring him out, and he's really good. And he's also really good with a lot of the techs, where you'll be bouncing safe zones and destroying things. Pretty broken stuff. On to the spells. That's it for monsters. I don't know what else I'm thinking about adding. Maybe a, I don't know. I have to look at wind monsters. Maybe that flying Kakabooby, but he can't get Blast Fan, so it's all good. Alright, so next we have the 3 field spell. Pretty self-explanatory. You have to run 3, because if you don't get this, then you don't do anything. So yeah, really essential to the deck. For those of you who don't know, if you bounce a wind, it'll special summon a wind from the deck. So that's pretty much the basis of the deck, and I'll run through some plays when I'm done. So next we have 1 Terraforming. Just like I said, you have to have the field spell. 2 Duality, more consistent, like set up your plays. You don't want to run like 3 Terraforming. This Duality is more all around, just consistent. And then just some staples. 3 MST, Heavy Reborn, and Dark Hole. So I'm running 3 MSTs because this deck is really explosive, and you have to stop Warning or Chain, or Torrential or Mirror Force. You can't have those floating around there. So you do need 3 MST. One is droppable, but I wouldn't go lower than 2. And then we're on to the traps, and this is a pretty trap heavy deck, and I think that's why it did so good in the regionals. We're doing 3 Compulse. Self-explanatory. Stop Succeeds, stop Synchros. I hardly ever use this to activate the field spell, but it's there if you need to. The main thing is just Exceeds and just kind of bouncing stuff. So next we have 2 Safe Zone. My friend suggested 3, and I like that idea, because if you combine him with Falcon, you can sit there and equip their monster with a safe zone, swing on a monster that's higher than him, bounce safe zone, they get popped, and then you get to swing again without bouncing anything. So it's free monster destruction, and then you get to reuse the safe zone on him. Like, oh yeah, he's protected. So 3 sounds pretty busted. I'm probably gonna pick up a 3rd one. While I'm on that note, another tech that was suggested was, what is that thing called? It's the Big Bang Shot, where if it's removed from the field, removed from play the monster. So I don't know if that works, but Big Bang Shot would be pretty good if you equip it to their monster, swing on their monster gets banished, and then you get to swing again. So that's a really good tech. Another good tech with Falcon is Call of the Haunted. I'm just running 2. Just get some basically good plays. And if it becomes dead from your Exceed or Synchro, you can bounce it with a Falcon later. So, and I know a lot of you have dealt with dead Call of the Haunted, so this one actually makes use of that. Another dead card that you can make use of is Fiendish. So if they Exceed or Synchro with their Fiendish, you can recycle your Fiendish if you need to. So this is a really good thing. You play it over Veiler. Next is Bottomless, really good in this format. So straightforward. Actually, some staples. Double Torrential and Solemn. So just basically stopping summons is the trap lineup. Next, we're gonna move on to the extra deck, and this is some pretty. I don't know. I'm running some of it because it's just what I want to run. Other stuff is just staples like Leviair, Papla Operative, Acid Golem, Maya Stroke, Chimera Tech. Go away. Utopia, Zen Mains. Then we got some synchros because we can actually synchro in this deck. Stardust and Scrap Dragon. The level 7. This guy's he's alright. He's a cool little beat stick, but I hardly summoned him. I might drop him if I need room. Ancient Fairy is great in this deck. Nasty synergy with this deck, because you can sit there and keep searching out your field spells by popping it 1,000 and just stall until you get a play. So that's great in this deck. Of course, Black Rose and Urabellum. I like Urabellum. He doesn't see too much play, but when he hits, he hits. And then the center of the deck, the thing that made me top, is how easy this deck makes Arcanite Magician. And this is going to go into the final part where I actually explain why this deck is slightly broken. So, you run 2 Arcanite because, guess what? Blast Fan is a spellcaster. Oh, let me just set this up real quick. Say we got a Birdman, a Blast Fan in deck, and we're going to grab just a random Wind, and then the field spell. So, those 2 are in my deck. Say you have this opening hand. Yeah, this is broken because field spell and summon. So you got your Miss Valley summon. Oh yeah, that's okay. Whip, bounce. Alright, so that's going to activate. So we have 3 cards right now. Activate for a +1. What you're going to do is search your Blast Fan. Now that Blast Fan has been special summoned, his effect activates, and you get to search a Birdman. So I took 3 cards, and I got 2 out of it. 2 free cards, basically these 2, the Blast Fan and the thing. So that was a +2. Guess what? Spellcaster and a level 3 tuner. Synchro, Birdman gets banished. Arcanite! Oh my god, more pluses like crazy. So we got 2 counters on this, and you can sit there and pop. And then he just sits there in defense. Or you can even swing over, oh, you got your 23 beat stick, let me swing over that, and then pop, and then he'll like die unless you have protection, but whatever. The important part is you got your play set up for next turn. So say that dies, next turn, you can summon your thing, bounce your, pretend I didn't draw the Birdman, but bounce, summon another fan, get another fan and Birdman, or just summon whatever, excuse me, I want to wipe that, and it's just, it keeps rolling on. The only issue with that is that you run out of resources pretty quick, but it's still very powerful, and then once you whittle down and get advantage, you just beat at them. Beat. And it's pretty broken. My friend called them mini insectors because they're not as broken, but the pluses they get out of that play is ridiculous. And that's why you run Blast Fan. And yeah, So as for the side, I didn't work out a side. And side is mainly just usual stuff that gives you problem. Your problems with this deck is gonna be heavy traps. So I did try to side in Decree, but I didn't come into that issue. I don't know what else really to mention. It's like pretty broken deck, but yeah, it's basically this guy. This guy is what makes it broken. Anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh content. I'm probably gonna be buying some soon again, and I'm gonna probably link you to my eBay account, and so you can just purchase some cards online. Other than that, thanks for watching. Sayonara.